The Old Manse in Concord, Massachusetts, is the birthplace of the American Revolution, the birthplace of the Transcendentalist writers movement, and the former home of two well-known authors who both memorialized this property in writing. The backyard of the Old Manse used to be farmland, so there used to be more of a view, and that view is of the Minuteman Bridge, so they had a clear view of the battle of the American and British forces clashing right here on this bridge in the backyard. Author and poet Ralph Waldo Emerson made the Minuteman Bridge famous through his poem, The Concord Hymn. By the rude bridge that arched the flood, their flag to April's breeze unfurled, here once the embattled farmers stood and fired the shot heard round the world. Emerson also wrote here an essay titled Nature, which became the founding document of the Transcendentalist movement. And he wrote it in the same room that later owner of the house and famous author Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote in this room a series of short stories that would be pulled together into a book titled Mosses from an Old Manse. The first story in this book is actually a history of the house, starting with a description of it as seen from the front gate. Between two tall gateposts of rough-hewn stone, the gate itself having fallen from its hinges at some unknown epoch, we beheld the gray front of the old parsonage, terminating the vista of an avenue of black ash trees. The story goes on to record the events of the American Revolution that happened in the backyard, as well as Emerson's tenure in the house and his legacy. And finally, the story of his own family's life in the house. However, he didn't just leave a record of his stay in the house in book form. He and his wife actually carved their names into the window of the writing room, which you can still see today.